Are you a gamer? Ever heard of the series Fable? Well, regardless of your answers today, we're diving into the world of Albion as we discuss the highly anticipated Fable IV. What's the latest information? Stick around to find out. Hey friends! Welcome to my channel. My name is Carrie Fable. I go by Cypress online. It is my dream to be an entertainer, so if you are at all entertained by this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Okay, so maybe you've not been asking for it, but I've been a Fable enthusiast for quite some time now, and it has been a roller coaster ride trying to dig up information on the mysterious Fable IV. But I think we legitimately have some concrete information, at least enough for me to make a 10-minute fangirl video off of, so let me start with the basics. Fable IV is officially in the works, serving as a reboot for the beloved Fable series. It's being developed by Playground Games, which is known for their Forza Horizon series, and it's set to be released for Microsoft Windows and the Xbox Series X and S. While there's no official release date, the optimists are hoping for an early 2024, while the more realistic crew think 2025 is more likely. Most of the latest juicy tidbits has come from Techradar's Cat Bussell on October 4th, 2023, which I'll be reading in its entirety at the end of this video. And I have provided the link in the description, which you can check out for yourself after this video. So this roller coaster I spoke of? Yeah, speculation and rumors have swirled around Fable IV since as far back as 2018. At least that's when I remember it starting. We're talking about a bigger open world, improved graphics, and dynamic gameplay that will blow your mind. The game is expected to emphasize player choice, moral decisions, and the consequences of your in-game actions, much like the rest of the trilogy. As for the setting, it's been a hot topic. Rumors have danced between a reboot of the series and a prequel, but honestly, we're still waiting for an official confirmation. However, it has been said that, quote, Fable IV aims to build on the legacy left by Lionhead Studios' original trilogy. So take that however you please for now. Your guess is as good as mine. Like many other Fable fans, I'm wary and a bit nervous, to be frank. Why do I say that? Well, let's talk about what happened to Fable Legends, shall we? Okay, so Fable III came out in 2010, and while arguably it was the weakest installation in the series, I still think it's fair to say that it was solid for the fans. So naturally, there was curiosity surrounding the series and whether it would end as a trilogy or if it would branch out. And then, on August 20th, 2013, Fable Legends was announced with a beautiful trailer that I'll play for you here if I can.
Let me tell you a story of heroes. For there are those who believe the history of Albion is a history of heroes.
From every corner of the land they come, seeking to make their name. But dashing, skillful, and perfect of skin.
Grizzled
And determined. The masters of will. And those who carry big, pointy swords.
with the cheers of the simple village folk ringing in their ears. Out walked these brave heroes, seeking adventure and justice. Or maybe just fame and reward. But what they find...
Every hero must be tested. Every legend earned. what is an adventure without danger?
A fable without a hero. A hero without... Yes. You could be a hero. Or you could be. The villain.
There was even some gameplay revealed by the development team in June of 2014. This game was talk of the town, at least in my news circles. It was going to be multiplayer, which was something pretty new for the series itself, and was going to run off the Unreal Engine 4, making it quite aesthetically pleasing. As far as the story, it was to take place several hundred years before the original trilogy. It was going to have magic and mythology mixed with some interesting technology. And overall, it was going to be a great solution to the do we continue the trilogy or let it rest? Unfortunately, Microsoft canceled Fable Legends in March of 2016, primarily due to development hurdles, shifting design goals, and Lionhead Studios' closure, which was officially April 29th, 2016. In fact, when the game's beta ended on April 13th, any players who had purchased in-game gold received full refunds, as well as full refunds for any additional in-game purchases made. This was obviously a devastating blow to fans like me, who wanted to explore the world on a broader scale. Think of what Hogwarts has become to fans of the Harry Potter world. It's more than just Harry these days. You would think then that that's the end. That's it, wrap it up, roll the outro. But the spirit of storytelling refused to be laid to rest. In 2020, Microsoft announced the next installment in the series, simply titled Fable, developed by Playground Games. That's it. That's all we got. And fans were left to ponder if Playground has what it takes, not only to make an epic game, but survive the rumored curse. Okay, I'm exaggerating. No one thinks the series is cursed, but the subreddit did have a lot to say, okay? From what I can recall, we only had some minor breadcrumbs around 2021, but we all know how the pandemic put a halt on everything, so it was to be expected. However, a new trailer was revealed at the Summer Games Fest in June of 2023, and I think it's safe to say, the stores are now open! So let's take a brief minute to review the overarching plot. The overarching plot of... Overarching? Overarching. The overall plot of the Fable series, shall we? The series is all about the hero's journey. Your journey, as you grow from a novice to a powerful figure, making impactful choices in the fantastical realm of Albion. The consequences of those choices are at the heart of the Fable experience. The struggle between good and evil is a constant theme, and you're often caught in the middle of epic conflicts and historical shifts across different eras. The Heroes Guild, the mystical Theresa, and the recurring characters and locations add layers of depth to the narrative, making it a really unique and cherished experience. And speaking of Theresa, let's dive a little deeper into this enigmatic character. Theresa is a blind seer and mystic who holds a key role in the Fable series. She's your guide, your mentor, and the source of cryptic wisdom, helping you navigate Albion's complex moral choices. Her insights and prophecies shape your path. Theresa is also a keeper of Albion's secrets, revealing the lore, the history of heroes, and the ongoing struggle between the forces of good and evil. But don't forget, she's not just an observer. She's an active participant in key events that can significantly impact your journey and the world of Albion. Theresa is the older sister of the hero of Oakvale, the character you play in the original Fable title. She's supposedly over 600 years old and definitely has a lot more going on than the games have revealed so far. Side note, she is in the game Fable The Journey, which was an Xbox Connect title only. I know, what the hell? While I'm definitely interested in the lore of this game, I've sadly never played it, and it's not considered part of the trilogy, obviously, because then it wouldn't be a trilogy. But the creators even wrote a short story about Theresa, so if you'd like me to do a full deep dive into her, let me know because I'd love to find all the trivia I can on it. I remember doing this back in like 2016, but of course I've forgotten everything that I found. Alright, so now I will read the article in its entirety. Fable IV, Everything We Know So Far by Kat Bussell. Contributions from Samuel Roberts, Vic Hood, Henry Stockdale, Emma Boyle, and Jake Green. Last updated 14 days ago. Everything we know so far about Fable IV on Xbox Series X. Fable IV is the latest installment in the beloved Fable franchise, renowned for its high fantasy world, irreverent sense of humor, and emphasis on player choice. Currently in development by Playground Games, and due to be published by Xbox Game Studios, Fable IV aims to build on the legacy left by Lionhead Studios' original trilogy, which concluded with Fable III in 2010. Though there have been numerous spin-offs since then, Fable IV is the first attempt to follow on the original titles. We've not seen much of the game so far, but the hilarious reveal trailer at 2023 Summer Games Fest suggests that the upcoming game will capture the comedic tone of the original. Richard Ayoade's performance as a giant vegetable farmer led to some laugh-out-loud moments that fit right in with the Fable oeuvre. The fantastical world of Fable is new ground for the folks at Playground Games, who previously cut their teeth on the Forza Horizon series, some of the best racing games out there. Though this is a dramatic change of genre, this sort of pivot has worked well for some studios in the past. Insomniac Games, the developer responsible for the critically acclaimed story-driven Marvel's Spider-Man series, originally made a name for itself as the studio behind whimsical platformer Spyro. If Insomniac can go from dragons to Spider-Men, who's to say that Playground Games can't go from racing cars to magic pumpkins? Fable IV, cut to the chase. What is it? The fourth installment in the mainline Fable franchise. When is it coming out? There's no release date yet, but don't expect it soon. What can I play it on? To be determined, but it's an Xbox exclusive. Fable IV does not currently have a release date. The earliest we'd expected is early 2024, though 2025 could be more likely. At the very least, Phil Spencer hinted during an IGN podcast that we'll get it before The Elder Scrolls VI, though that game also doesn't have a release date yet and isn't expected to land anytime soon. We do, however, know the platforms we can expect Fable IV to land on. As an Xbox exclusive, Fable IV will be released for Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and PC, where it'll be available on Xbox Game Pass from day one. It is unknown if it'll arrive on Xbox One consoles. The latest trailer for Fable was released at the Xbox Games Showcase event that aired on June 12, 2023. It was another cinematic trailer showing Richard Ayoade? I really hope I'm saying that right. Showing Richard Ayoade playing a humble purveyor of fruit and vegetables as he bemoaned the antics of local fantasy heroes. It was a fun trailer, but offered a distinct lack of concrete information about the wider plot or game mechanics. You can check it out right here.
Oh, we're finally doing this, are we? Because I was going to make a sandwich. Okay. Let's do it. What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place with their disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
Wanker.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero's me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things.
Just look at them.
Not wafting around mythical creatures. And that's what they are. wafters.
Yeah, well done.
You see, I'm not here to slay legendary beasts. I'm here to conquer the vegetable, not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment. This is awkward.
Yeah. Oh.
Right now, only 2 Fable trailers have been released, the world premiere announcement trailer and the one shown off at the Xbox Games Showcase 2023. In the meantime, you can head to the official Xbox YouTube account, which I will link in the description, to keep an eye out for new info. And for your convenience, here is the second trailer.
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes and treacherous villains, of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature and magic live in perfect harmony. Not all stories have happy endings. But yours has yet to be written.
While we've yet to see extended gameplay for Fable, there were some glimpses at it in the latest trailer. Sword combat was shown, with a warrior clashing swords with an enemy, before performing a sort of finishing move, throwing them to the ground. Another shot of gameplay showed the main character throwing a firebomb at a group of enemies. Unfortunately, this is all we've seen so far, alongside some in-engine cinematics. That said, Aaron Greenberg, general manager of Xbox Games Marketing at Microsoft, did make it clear after the reveal that it's obviously going to be a role-playing game. Though this gives us little to go on in terms of specifics, it confirms that Fable IV will likely place an emphasis on storytelling, character customization, and player agency. Which is all I'm asking for, honestly. Fable was finally re-revealed during the Xbox Games Showcase 2023 event. Not much was shown, but it's clear that the game now has a strong tonal direction and vibe to it. Hopefully, the next time we see the game, we'll get a look at the game mechanics, as well as what to expect from the story. So, I hope you enjoyed watching those trailers. I hope I can put them in here. If I can't, I will link where you can find them into the description, and just know it's because YouTube was angered at me for trying to use other people's content. But yeah, I love the action RPG-ness of it, and Fable was the perfect gameplay of what I wanted, where I didn't have to do, it wasn't so involved in, making your best weapon and all that kind of stuff. You could, say, hey, do you want to go fast? Do you want to hit hard? Like, you can choose that much, and that was pretty much it. But you could run around, you could change your appearance for the most part. I mean, it wasn't great in terms of what games are now, but certainly you had that freedom. It felt like you were in the world. You got to run around. There were things where you had to make sure you finish these missions. But if you wanted to, you could spend, 3 days hanging out in the village, just playing drunkard, I don't know. I never did too much of like the marrying and having babies, because then they needed to be happy. So you needed to constantly be giving them toys and stuff, which is realistic. Babies don't necessarily need toys, but they need the attention of their parents. And so obviously that is realistic, but I just got too stressed out because I personally can't handle that stress. I'm like, no, let's everybody be happy. But anyway, it was such a unique experience. And every time I say, oh, I love it, I'm always given these suggestions of these other games, which are great in their own field of what they are. But usually when you're doing other action RPG games, then you get like Monster Hunter. You go down to the nitty gritty. You can really like change every little thing in and then it gets too much into the strategy of, do I know the best, gun mechanics? Am I selecting the best augmentation for this and that? And that's the kind of stuff that I just want to point and shoot. I really just want to click and bash. I'm more of a CQC kind of fighter, or like sword, heavy hammers, that kind of thing. And so that's what I'm just hoping to have that come back. So that was my rambling on in that article, because unfortunately there's really not that much information out there. And that's pretty much it. That's the latest on Fable 4. As more hopefully comes out, I'll be sure to share. And until the game is released, you might want to check out my gameplay playthrough of Fable 2 and Fable 3 over on my gaming channel. Until next time, remember that you are loved, you are worthy, and whatever you are struggling with today will pass. Until next time, stay crazy!